All right, welcome back, folks, to Batman Radio. Another wonderful episode. Your boy is so fresh and so clean now, super clean, and very tired. Oh, but like I said, we no longer waste our time with anything except what makes sense. Okay, so again, if you haven't had a bank account with over $300,000 in it, if you aren't living like me, if you aren't mad successful, if you don't have the formula for success, you can't tell me nothing. Like I said, the things that y'all say need to make sense, right? Um, I could break down the things that are being said. I could laugh about it. I could explain how it makes absolutely no coherent sense, but that's a waste of my time. You understand? We don't entertain anything except what's from God here. The only entity with a voice here is God and what God has to say. And like I said, you got divine confirmation right now, right? That all that stuff with what they're doing, all that this trying to, talk and pretend that you have some kind of voice or whatever, God is silencing anyone, okay? Anyone who is trying to bring doubt, trying to cause confusion, trying to talk backwards, trying to say things that make no coherent sense. You understand? God is silencing all of that. You understand? Completely. You know what I mean? So it's like, my whole deal is like I said, we do a show. I'd offered y'all a link to click for years and you don't click it. So what are you doing? See what I'm saying? These folks don't want to have a real candid conversation because they know they can't tell me nothing. They know they're not making any sense. The fact is, you can't talk about my money, my business, what I've accomplished. That's not for you. So what are you talking about? You can't tell me what to do with what I worked hard for and I'm doing everything right with. That makes no sense. You need to get those things. See what I'm saying? You need to go get a regular job and try to climb up and play catch up, right? And you got to go work hard every day, and you're not doing that. Y'all are just sitting around worried about me while I continue to succeed, continue to leave you farther behind, continue to increase the deficit. It's like he told them in Limitless, don't make me a competition. You haven't had to do all of what I've had to do to get to this spot. You don't know what it takes. So to try to tell me anything, that's foolishness. And those are the type of people that do it, people who always failed, who never accomplished nothing. And their results show for it because they have no results. That's why they're always trying to talk while they're hiding, right? Because they can't even get on a camera and cam up and show you who they are. Like I said, 530 on my wrist got you pissed. I'm wearing Gucci flat shoes right now. Here cost a couple of grand. Um, I'm a hustler, man. I understand the law of attraction. Everything comes to me, man. You know what I mean? Them shoes I got free. Everything I say, you see that I don't succumb to weakness and nonsense. I stand on what I'm talking about. I have a hustle. I have the gift of gab. Like I said, with that gift of gab, I used it and I opened my mouth, right? And like I said, I made 40 bucks already in the past day. $40. Again, add these digits up. $182 and some change is the check that's coming from the 21st to the 26th. Probably be here by the 22nd. That's guaranteed money, right? I was just trying to keep this business going like any smart businessman would. You got these people, these demonic backwards cowards, and that's what I figured out they're trying to do. They want to convince me that everything that I say is true and everything that I say is accurate and it never is and it never will. These people are silly. You're wasting your time and clearly you have a lot of time on your hands, right? Because, well, you don't work, you don't accomplish nothing. You've been terrified of me and my potential and my brains, my mind, my genius, my craziness, my unorthodox approach since day one. And that's all it is. It's just reality. So I can go back to being Tyree Sneed. I'm really Batman. That's what people, they know it, but they don't want to embrace it. These people, they're in straight denial of reality, and that's all that it is. It's just straight denial of reality. They just do not like seeing somebody win. They don't like seeing the fact that I keep winning. Hold that up, bro. That's a lot of money, man. I don't care what nobody says, bro. That's a lot of bread, man. $182 and some change. We're already going to be probably up over $50 by the end of today with the next check. We're up over 47 and it's some change. So, I mean, that's crazy money, bro. That's pretty good, man. That's almost $200, right? About 180, a little bit more, right? I mean, plus another like 50, right? What's that? Like 230 something plus, right? Then you got the 40 that I was paid, and then I just bought a couple of things for me, right? I think I still got like 9 of that left in cash. And then these fools will try to pay me for my validation, and they want me to validate their delusion. I'm not giving validation to nobody. Even if you pay me, you gets nothing. Like, it is what it is. I'm either going to block the account. If it's on one of the other avenues, I just put remove and it removes the account, and that should be it. And I mean, whatever you're doing, you're paying me anyways, and I'll just try to ignore it, and that's it. Like I said, these folks aren't trying to talk. What you're doing is the same thing over and over again, like always, and you're doing electronic means, which again is a felony across state lines and illegal. You're not proving any point. You're not trying to talk to me because you know that you can't talk to me. What? Like, yeah, it's very clear what people like you are trying to do, right? Well, you're looking for a response and reaction. How if I'm not talking to you? If you're doing what you're doing, it's obvious, right? I don't know why they think that doing the same thing over and over again is a tactic or works. I mean, it's clear that you operate in cycles, and it's clear that this is how you are, and it's clear that that's why you all are addicts and failed and in the position you're in and in the dilapidated circumstances that you're in. There is no confusion. Okay. Um, and one thing I do want to say as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to go into it, man. It's just the things they say are so hilarious because they make no coherent sense. You understand? There's a big difference between credit and borrowing credit or borrowing from a bank, right? And buying things cash. Again, I paid cash for everything. You can't borrow on something you own. What are you talking about? These people were hilarious. They said, be rich forever. Then why aren't you? If I'm not rich forever, how did I make and spend more money than your entire government combined and everybody? And I'm not struggling, never have struggled, as I told you, and I've proven in front of your face. It's all on camera, sir. You watched the entire journey. Have I struggled at any point through this? No. I told the crowd, I didn't ask for anything. I told the crowd, can you all please donate? Is that really me asking or anything else for money? Or is that just me using the English language and words, right? To say, hey, you should probably do your part and do your responsibility and do your job. It is your job, is it not? You were watching me. You do owe me money, correct? I'm entertaining you. At the least, I'm educating you. So the way that I phrase something, is it literal? This is the same thing with all these so-called women. They see things literal. I told you nothing is literal in this universe. Everything I'm saying is a cold hard fact. It is all proven to you on camera. There is not a debate and never will be. You're in denial. You're in denial of reality, and that's it. That's fine. You can be in denial of reality. I just don't need to hear it. I'm tired of hearing it, and it has nothing to do with me. Keep it over there. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. How many times, you know, are people going to continue to do the same behavior and repeat themselves? It's clear what you're trying to do. You're not trying to have a conversation. Somehow you take my success personally. That's it. It's as far as it goes. Okay, no problem. There's better ways to go about dealing with that, brothers and sisters. Move on about your business. Okay, control your envy and jealousy. Work on that. Work on something called self-reflection. Take a long, hard look in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Take a long, hard look in the mirror and realize, figure out what the hell it is that you're actually afraid of. Because you're living in fear and I'm not. And I'm teaching you that living in fear gets you nothing. Living in love and bravery and being a braveheart like me gets you everything. So there is no other way to live. It's just the truth. These people are talking, but like I said, I'm sitting right here and enjoying my luxury, enjoying, the fruits of my labor, enjoying what I've worked for since I was 16 years old. And this is nothing. God is about to give me everything I lost plus more. And I ain't lose much. Most everything I held on to, that's why I went out my way to hold on to it, because I knew when I get the money again and I get the bread, like the real money, I could fix everything up. I'm gonna be able to probably get all my cars fixed, and they know it, and they upset about it, right? Because money talks and everything else walks. Money will fix almost anything. I mean, I got a Porsche. I mean, even if I had to like create a whole new engine for it, I mean, money will buy one. So it's kind of funny, man. They don't even understand that that's going to be one of the Batmobiles. Probably is the Porsche, right? Because anything should be salvageable with money. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So I mean, what if I'm driving the Porsche as one of the Batmobiles? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and I would just leave it the way it is. I could put a bat symbol on it if I need to. Um, it is what it is. I wouldn't adjust the color of it. Mine is gray. It's silver. Remember that back in the day when the same folks who watched me was talking about, oh, it's not gray in a catalog, it would be this, that. What does that mean? Right. So when these people see your success, they want to get real technical and they want to find a way to start talking weird and dismissing things because they're super triggered and impressed at your success. That's all it has been, all it'll ever be. Because I look better than Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Ryan Gosling, all of them put together. No, I'm not kidding. Look at me, homeboy. Like, what is y'all talking about, bro? Told you I look good when I shave, bro. My hair's growing out. Like, I don't got to try to look good. I don't got to talk about it all day. I just am. You understand? Yeah, I'm the you know what symbol of YouTube, boy. You know that. So again, we get back to square one, right? I'm sitting here winning. Sitting here and my approach to everything works and it works every single time and people is upset because being me works, right? Everything about me is beautiful. Everything about me is what you would want to be. Like I love myself. You know what I mean? So it's just so funny how people they trying to send me little fake amounts of money like donations and then you saying something right. You're trying to pay me for my validation? What's the point of just talking backwards? I mean, like I said, you're not disproving anything. If you were disproving it, you had a link for years because I challenged all of you to disprove me on any theory, anything. You're wrong. You can't make nonsense look good, brother. Hold on. And I'm just being honest, these are all the folks that used to go to the club and they would get rejected, you know what I mean? And like I used to go to the club and do whatever I want. I always get whatever I want in this world and in this life, and I always will, and all eternally. I'm always get what I want. You know what I mean? You can't make beautiful not look good and, hideous look good. It's just not possible. You're just in denial of reality, and that's where it is. That's what it is, and that's where you'll stay for forever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. As far as being rich forever, like I said, the only person I know that's ever been rich forever is Tyrese Sneed because rich is rich in spirit, and then you can manifest money. Nobody wants money forever. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. So, see, the things you're saying aren't even making sense. They're not anything that I would want or anyone would want. You're not in a position to give advice, brother. I mean, you have to deal with that. I mean, like I said, you're not even just sending donations. What you're doing is breaking the law. So, I mean, you'll be held accountable in a court of law, and that's it. When I talk, I'm doing everything the right way. When you talk, you commit a felony across state lines every time just to speak. For what purpose? You can't claim that you make sense when, I mean, that's what you're doing. I mean, you can talk, bro, and just talk like a normal person. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, these folks, they're backwards. They have no philosophy for success. They have a philosophy for how to not succeed, for how to fail, right? And if you spend too much time around them, that's exactly what you'll do. You'll fail along with them. Real talk. I don't care who you is. You got to watch the company you keep, man. Like I said, Charles Wofford, you need to holler at me. Shelly Wofford, holler at me. Like I said, when I get these blessings and I'm in the position, I will 100% be trying to help you with all that. And like I said, we can go into business together. Um, You can think about it and let me know in your video. If you can respond to this, let me know if you're willing to go 50-50 and we can build the business together. I'll help you build up that farm and we'll just be, owner and co-owners. We'll be co-owners together, right? Completely equal everything within the business. And Christina and I can go into business with you. As long as she approves, she's going to have to meet you and everything and get to know y'all, and she'll like them. They're good people. You know what I mean? I wouldn't steer anybody wrong. And either way, I'm looking for business opportunities anyway, but this was really just to help them. But I mean, I just think that's fair. So if Charles can try to make a video responding on YouTube, please, and just tell me, just say publicly, yeah, I'm cool with that. We can go 50-50. If you can say it specifically, if you put up the capital and help me to build this business, and then I can help you build that farm, build the off-grid thing. If you'd like to build a shelter to help people, we can do that together. And then that way we just do it equally together and we'll be partners in it. Like I said, I mean, where I think God is going to take me, I think I'm going to be sitting in a chair, that's worth a lot more than this lawn chair that I bought that was $10 that I'm very proud of, right? And these people are even jealous of that. I just bought it recently, you know what I mean? Everything I buy cash, and they're jealous of my lawn chair, and it's just pathetic, man. Everything I do, they're jealous of, and then they make a huge deal about it, and then they twist all of reality and start running their mouth. It makes no sense. So they just can't deal with anything in my reality. I guess like you're gonna have a hard time, man. So yeah, like I said, they can't deal with anything in my reality. You're gonna have a hard time dealing with my success, man. But yeah, I just bought this lawn chair recently, like $10. I buy everything cash. I buy everything myself. I don't know what you're talking about. So it is what it is, man. They're just going to have a hard time if they can't deal with me succeeding. But that's what I want to do. Equal partners, 50-50, Charles and Shelly Wofford. If you can please let me know in a video, that would be very helpful if you're cool with that. And like I said, Christina will come out there. We'll meet you unless we meet up somewhere and we'll talk. We'll probably go out to eat, go have a nice dinner all together. And it'll be cool. Real talk, it'll be cool. Like uh, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to like I'll even help Charles and Shelly Wofford with and I'm not saying that they need anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like they hold it down, man. They do a good job. They went and got land. I'm real proud of them, man. You really did what nobody could do. Let's get real. You did what none of these people have done. I mean, let's get real. I mean, you've done what I've never done. I've never just gone out and just grab just land like that by itself. I've never done that. I think that's pretty admirable and cool. So I give the man credit, but that's what I'm picturing. We'd come out there with Christina, and like I said, it's just this is all just waiting until I get my bread and my money, and God blesses me. The minute that God gives me my blessings and all this money, I would go out there. I'd probably put some money in their pocket. Like I'd probably buy them some clothes, like get him like a nice suit. We can go pick it out if you want, whatever. We can get him dressed up in a nice suit. We can go out to eat at a nice restaurant together, him and Shelly and Christina and I, and we'll talk business. We can have a good meal. That's the way I move. I always take anyone. I don't care what walk of life. I don't care what you come from. I don't care what you have. That's what I do, and I'm a real person with you, and I'm right there going through everything with you. And that was what I dedicated, my life to doing when I became an activist primarily. So, I started out as an activist. I ended up becoming Batman. It's pretty crazy, but this is what happened. And anybody who underestimates me, man, you're in for a rude awakening. You're gonna lose. I mean, you're gonna really lose. You're gonna lose, and you're probably gonna be crying, and you're gonna have a big frowny face. Just talking about in the public to anybody. But like I said, with Charles and Shelly Walford, that's what I'd like to do. I'd get him dressed up in a suit. You'll have some money to dress nice and go have a nice dinner somewhere, go out to eat, and we can talk business and talk about how we want to build everything. And be like I said, just let me know if you're cool with that, with a 50-50 thing. I don't know if I can call it, I guess it's an offer, even though this is your business. I mean, you're the one who built it and started it, but I'm just saying, if I put up the capital, I think that's only fair. I mean, I'm never going to tell you what to do. It's your business all the way. I just hopefully you would listen to me. I'd like to work together on everything. Would be equal partners, and I just would like to run that farm the right way. I need to make sure that all the animals are well taken care of. So I'll make sure of that no matter what. That's my first priority. As long as you show me that you take great care of them, like there's no excuse. I'll have the money for everything. As long as you show that you're doing everything right, and I'll always be coming through checking on them. I mean, that's all. I think that'd be cool. And like I said, if you want to build shelters and stuff, we can extend it. Me and Christina and I want to rescue animals, so it could be a part of that. Could be the beginning and the start of that. So we're definitely going to be doing things animal related. We're not going to be worried about YouTube, is what folks don't get to get. I would like to get away from this, and I'd like to deal with animals and nice, furry little animals, cats, dogs, chickens, cows, goats. I want to just be in the country and be at peace and get away from the world. So for me, it would be excellent. I'll try to let you know. Here we go again. I don't know why I got to keep doing that. Um, I'll try to let you know, Charles, if I can make any other moves with you beforehand. Like I said, if God blesses me, I mean, there's not a doubt in my mind, but I mean, he just acts like he's going to give me, I don't know, like all this money out of nowhere. Um, and I don't know if it's like just going to appear. So, I mean, all I can say is as soon as God gives me the blessings in whatever form they come and I have the money, um, I mean, first priority is Christina, obviously, and going to Christina and making sure she's okay and just, meeting her. Um, in person was the first thing, and making sure everything is that we're I just being happy together and having fun and taking a vacation. I want to make sure she's okay. If I get money before she's finished negotiating everything on her end or her side. um but yeah, I would like to try to go out there with you if I get money, and that's all. I'm just waiting on God to bless me. If he does, I mean, yeah, I'll stop over there and see what's going on. Like I said, we can have a dinner and talk business, and we can talk about how we can expand it and how we can build it and what exactly you need. And I'll write down a list while we're eating of what you need exactly. And I'll go out there manually with you probably because I'm a grown man. And you'll probably end up teaching me a lot because I don't know mechanics. I don't know none of that stuff. It's just never been my thing. My thing has always been sports, and my dad trained me to be a professional athlete and baseball player. So I don't know how to do any of those other things, and it is what it is. Yeah, I can learn quickly though. So I don't know. That's about it. It'd be cool. But I would write down what you need, and yeah, I'd go out there and we'd buy the stuff that we need, and we can clean up the land and everything and get it running right. And like I said, that's all that I ask. If you can let me know if that's cool with you. We got 22 in the box. That's great. So, yeah, if you let me know that you're cool with that, we could do 50-50 with the company, co-owners of the company, equal partners. And that way Christina will have access to her own private farm, and it'll be like a facility, and we can have some animals, and it'll be a small start to what we're going to build, and then we can expand. And then that way, I mean, I just think it'd be funny too, just to rub it in these people's face. Y'all are going to see the Woffords be wealthy alongside of the Sneeds, because Christina's name will be Christina Sneed. And wouldn't that just really, really like eat at you, right? Because of how you targeted them too. So I mean, like I said, they're good, innocent people. You know what I mean? And they're just doing the best they can. That's the real truth. And I have nothing but love and respect for them, and I truly believe they're God's people. So, um, it is what it is. That's my decision, and it's final. I want to help them. Christina does have to meet them, and make sure she likes them and she's comfortable and happy, and I just know she will be. And that's all. But yeah, I want to be equal partners, and then that way we can build it together. But see, over here we don't talk fake business. We do real business, and we'll do the real thing. I'll help you clean up that land. I'll go out there myself with you, and you can show me what you want me to do and what we need to do, and I'll learn it real quick and help you. Um, We'll do the whole thing. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be fun. That way we can get that built together, and then me and him can work together. And then he's into martial arts too, so we can get. He wants to open like a martial arts thing, so maybe we could do that together. Wouldn't that be cool? And then what do you know? Voila. New Mexico is probably cool. It's probably beautiful out there. I don't know much about it. I've been through it. So my point is, it might be the perfect place for us. Maybe Christina and I'll fall in love with it. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, we should have plenty of money. We should be able to stay anywhere we want, get any kind of mansion we want, anything we want. And I mean, my whole deal is, I mean, of course, I'm not going to be around everybody else 24/7. Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. We're not going to be around everybody else 24/7 all the time, right? But I'll gladly, step the Woffords up and get them where they're, at the right, tax bracket and they're making money. And I just would love to see these people's reactions when you see Charles Wofford, in a whole suit and, Shelley Wofford in a dress that's more expensive than anything y'all can buy. Because like I said, none of these folks that want to get on here and talk and they don't ever just be positive and speak truth, none of them are successful. They have no money, they can't afford anything, they can't afford a hot dog. So again, you just have to understand, I mean, I'm not doing anything I'm doing for anyone else or to make anyone feel anything, but I just think it'd be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it'd be hilarious. See, right now they're mad, pressed, and triggered. Again, I won. I have accomplished the impossible, whether you like it or not. Like I said, I feel horrible today. I'm tired as hell, but I won. I won. I completely won. Oh yeah, and like I said, the dude donated like $2 and something to try to pay me for my validation. I don't validate delusion and I don't validate people who failed, so good luck on that. But you gave me, almost $3, $2 back from whatever I spent today. So right there, that helps me. That puts me more at like 10 or 11. So what? I only spent like $9 today, technically, in all. Pretty cool deal, right? See, y'all don't really think, man. So, like I said, I'm gonna say it. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Every day, I need the audience to send 20, $50 donations, $100 donations. I should be getting rich off this. I should be getting caked up off this. Isn't that what that JB dude said? Isn't that what Coach Eli tried to do and failed? Isn't that what Lycan Theory tried to do and failed? Isn't that what all your intentions were? Lycan Theory's gotten donations forever for being an actual cult leader. I mean, he's going to prison no matter what. Cult leaders do prison time. You feel me? I mean, he's committed litanies of crimes. Okay, all of this is proven. So what do you mean? And he has no power and he's a nobody. So I mean, you all want to do that stuff and that weird, activity. And over here, we just be straight up and we just do real business. So they want to live off donations, but they want us to make no donations. But you want to talk about who's a walking contradiction? Exactly. Let me fix my fro here. I need a pick for my fro. I'm giving you competition here, Rob Wack. That's right. Because you'll never come close to me. Why? Because I am the symbol of YouTube. Ah, ah, Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack. Said Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack. Rob Wack still stuck in a Roach Motel. Rob Wack, his career it fell. Rob Wacko, Rob Wack Wack. They are super mad today, folks. They are pressed and triggered every day. They are very upset. And I just love to get them a going. That's right. Lash out, Narky. Come on, do something. Lash out. Lash out, Narky. Do it. Let it out. Let out all that little weak narc rage. Because you ain't about nothing and you ain't never going to do nothing that's real. They're all scary. They're all cowards. So, like I said again, it's all fun and games with me. I understand what it is now. Like I said, I'm going to win this game. I'm going to take everything over. Everything I want is mine, and I'm taking it just like my father did. You understand? It's that simple. Just like Sneed does, my whole family crest. What I'm doing is my family's legacy. You're not my Alfred. Stop it. You're not my father. I'm well aware. It is what it is. These people are hilarious. But yeah, man, we over here winning, like I said. So that's going to be a private farm for Christina. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to alchemize everything in 2 seconds. What people don't get is I'm a business machine. Christina's not going to have like one farm. She'll probably have a whole bunch of private farms that we can use that we own and run. And we'll probably have business partners. That means we have to have everything set up where we don't have to be there. That's what I'm trying to do. So it'd be the perfect situation with the Whoppers. And this is not why I offered to help you. I'm offering to help you genuinely, but I just thought of it. And if you're cool with it would really help us out as well. You know, like that's I don't see why we shouldn't help each other out and work together. And oh, don't worry, I'll be going there and paying attention all the time, but I want to get where I can leave and not have to worry and know that everything is taken care of, that all the animals are good, and me and Christina can travel and have fun and go, you know, to Italy and Spain or wherever in Europe and travel and have fun and know that we don't have to worry about that because that's small fries at that point. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, I would put the Woffords on. I'd like to see him doing very well. I'd like to build him a successful business with martial arts. He can work with me. He can be like my assistant coach if you like, and we don't have to call it that. We'll just be coach and coach. We'll be equal partners, and you know, that way you know you can teach, and I'll teach you stuff, and we'll learn from each other. I mean, that's what life is about. You know, I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't know why these people talk to me like I'm going to take advice from the enemy. I don't even know you folks. We've never been friends. Why would I listen to the people who've tried to do everything to stop me from making any money? And I've sat here and made more than anyone. You couldn't stop me. I mean, it is what you got to see. They don't want to be held accountable and own up to their actions. It's weird. Like, you have to hold yourself accountable, man. There's people losing it with Groovy Jimmy on his panel right now for that, telling him you got to be accountable for what you do, bro. These people online, they're weird, man. They want to troll in reality. Like, people don't do that. I don't know why y'all think that's cool, that you want a reaction out of people so much, because that's just not how it works in reality. You can't go around acting like that trying to get reactions out of gangsters. That's just not wise, you know. And that's the thing. They'll act surprised. They'll try to play victim with folks, but they constantly get themselves caught up in huge messes and huge scenarios with people because they're the ones messing with them. If they just back off and go on about their business, they'd be okay. But they don't do that. You got to let people be, man. It's like Semper Fi, live and let live, man. That's what you do. Okay. So that's what I'm about. Okay. I'm about bringing peace because I come from everything but, you know what I mean? And I'm living everything but. So let me deal with all that. Y'all, I want to have peace for everybody. I want peace for the world. I'm not Ron Artest who preaches peace and then runs into the stands and gets into it with all the fans. Jermaine O'Neal. Right? That's such a joke. And you know why? Because they don't make millions of dollars. They don't get paid nothing. You think someone who's getting paid millions of dollars would ever waste their time getting into it with anybody? Boy, stop it. You gotta be out your mind, bro. You think when Christina and I get this bread, see, I'm just crazy. That's the difference. Like, yes, me, I will be because I love the action. I live to be Batman. So yeah, I'll do it, and I'm gonna use the money as a resources to do it. Let me explain to her. Let me tell her. Are you listening to me, honey? Please let me know. Okay, cool. I'm responding right now. Can you tell me what you think of that? Because that's what's. I just want to talk about what's important. I always want to hear how you feel about everything. Yeah, yeah. Let me explain. Or I don't even want to go into it. Can you give me your opinion on this, baby? Oh, there's a ducky. What do you think about all that? You'll have your own private farm. Um, you know, and let me know how I'm looking, by the way, too. I don't mean just, how fine I am, but if I'm looking with it, I think it might be allergies too, because I told you my allergies are horrible. Look at this little duck. He's so cute. He's just waddling. And they have duck families that's probably got kids. They'll be right here too. They'll just be hanging out, all of them, and they're happy little ducks. They're cool, man. I wonder where he's going. He's probably going to the other little ones. But yeah, like I said, you'll have your own private farm. I just want to know what you think of it. You'll have your own private farm and what the Woffords will get back to me, I'm sure, or we'll have a direct conversation soon if they can learn how to, speak to me and get a hold of me. Shelly's figuring it out, but you just got to send me a message, and do not include anyone else. Okay. I know they won't because they don't deal with these people either. So basically, you'll have your own private farm. You can have whatever animals you want on there, everything. And like I said, we can expand it. We can rescue animals. We'll be 50-50 owners with the Woffords in that. And then, like I said, you got a private farm and we can leave and go do what we want. And like, they're probably going to be living there. That's their home. You understand what I'm saying? And like, this is the thing. I don't use people and take advantage of people and then leave them to struggle. That's what other people do. Like, oh, you stay here. And no, like, if you like them and they cool, they can come with us for some stuff. Of course, I'm not going to do everything with everybody all the time around, but some stuff they can come with us. We want our own privacy and we want to do things ourselves. But I'm just saying, if you're cool with it, we could do like a trip together and stuff. Like, I want to make sure he's right. You know what I mean? I can build a martial arts business. He can run it. He can take care of the animals. He can have this whole thing built, and then you've got your own private farm and everything you need. Why not? It'd be awesome. So I just wanted to know what you think of that. I know that you have to meet them and everything, but they're good people. Trust me. And Charles and Shelly, just get back to me. Let me know if that sounds good. And because he said he wants to do the collab, that's how we'll do the collab. We can do 50-50 co owners of the business, and we'll just build it up and expand it. Maybe we can have a home with people. I'm not so sure on that idea, but we'll just have to see and talk. And we can go out to eat with Christina and I and you two and figure out how we want to approach it. Like I said, either way, I got to wait until these blessings come. I got to wait until Christina's finished negotiating, or God just sends me a whole bunch of money from the sky and it falls in my lap, which might actually happen. I don't know. I got to hear back from the stock settlement lawsuit because I had over 70,000 shares. Every dime I worked for the past 4 or 5 or so years, I pumped into that stock. It is what it is. I mean, like I said, it was a success. I cut profits off of it. I pulled out. It is what it is, man. I mean, but they need to pay me for all my shares. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. I mean, I'm sure I took quite a loss. I know I took a loss when I was in jail because it went bankrupt. So I took a loss, but I mean, I also made a lot of gains like always, and I did well with it. So it just is what it is. I'm gonna check your messages real quick, honey. Hold on. Okay, I saw your message now. Some the notifications they kind of stop, and I have to swipe off and hope it'll pop up, and then it doesn't. Um, yeah, no, I get. Of course, you got to meet them and everything, but I think you'll like them. And like I said, my main intention and goal is just to help them. They really need help, and they're really struggling right now. And if I could help them right now, I would. But either way, I have to make sure I move forward in everything I'm doing regardless. But yeah, it'll be your ultimate decision, of course. But as of right now, if the Woffords can get back to me, if that's cool, just let me know if that's cool. If you want to do a collab like that, 50-50 co-owners of a business. And what I'm saying, honey, I mean, it's going to help us majorly too, because we'll have our own land and farm with them, and we can literally co-own everything. You know what I mean? I don't know about the land. I don't know how that works. I don't know if he'll want to, like own 50-50 of that. I mean, it's their land. I mean, it's not my land. So, that's theirs. But as far as the business, I'd like to be co-owners in the business. So if the Woffers, if you could just let me know on that, like I'm not trying to mess with your land. That's your land. Um, like I said, you'll find my character out real quick, man. I'm not disingenuous with people. What I say is what it is, and I'm very genuine, and I'm a giving person, and I want to help people. So I'm not after taking nothing from nobody, especially that they worked hard for, because I wouldn't stand for that. So, your land is your land, but with the business, I would like to go co-owners 50-50. We can do a martial arts business on the side of that, but I definitely wanted to deal with animals and getting that land going and build what you want to build as far as off-grid living possibly and things like that, and we can expand that. Christina and I also want to know, honey, what you think of if you're here for a minute, please. I'd like to go into the hotel business with you. That's what I want to do. We're going to build an actual real estate empire. God already told me. So I apologize if I seem a little bit steadfast and concrete in the things I tell you or how I'm speaking. This is all coming from God, though, and I know that we're going to be have a real estate empire. So the Wofford thing is a start to that. I want to buy hotels and own hotels. I want to go into business with hotels, even working with some of these, families. eh, I'm not going to say anything right now, but who owns the hotel business everywhere, and we'll go into business with them. I know how to talk to them. Some of them ain't cool, but some of them are, and the cool ones we'll go into business with if we can. And I want to get in the hotel business. I want to travel. I want to live like Ocean's 12, basically. I want to wear nice suits like that, and I'm the Brad Pitt of this game. You know what I mean? Like, and we'll just live nice and go to Italy and stuff like that. And we'll live just like Ocean's 12. That's what I want. Eat nachos, eat fast food, and then go eat at the nice restaurants too, and gamble and have fun, play poker and blackjack. Like, that's the life we deserve. Seriously. I need a break too, but I'll be doing the Batman thing too as well. But that's my whole point, man. I'm the only one. But just let me know what you think about that right now, and if you can, honey, please. Hotel business. I want to buy apartment complexes. I mean, I could take everything over real estate wise. That's why these people, they are so jealous because they don't think like me. I think on another major plane and level. I mean, I would never work a job again. Work a job for who? I mean, there'd be no point unless I absolutely have to, or I'm just trying to make extra capital to build more of my business. So like that was the thing. My eyes were always on real estate and digital real estate, and Christina, I think your credit is great. So I mean, like we can use that. They'll give us loans to flip homes on these digital real estate websites, but we can do actual physical real estate projects. They will give us loans of over like 100,000 to probably more, maybe $1 million. I have no idea. They will fund projects, but see, then you have the pressure on you whether or not you fail, and I don't want that. I want to do independent real estate. What I want to do is put up the capital. I want to purchase equity, and I want to do it. And well, Sneed Enterprises is going to be an idea, but it's going to be a company like a conglomerate, and I may take it and actually make it a corporation, and we may purchase an actual office building, and we would just collect equity. So what would happen is we'd build a team of employees, and they would be recruiting and working on getting people to work for us, number one, and also number two, when we have enough staff, they would work on gathering assets, meaning stocks, jewelry. Here's Ducky. Stocks, jewelry, any kind of asset, equity, cars, homes, real estate, land. Everything that says land, I want to be focused on in land grabbing. I'm going to try to grab as much land as I possibly can the minute that God blesses us and we get all this money. That's going to be the first thing. So we'll be land grabbing. We're going to build a real estate empire in my sleep. I can do it, and we're just going to have a ton of real estate. As well, I'm sure the folks are already worried. Around here, where I live at, I want to buy like every mansion out here. I might try to buy this entire neighborhood. Telling you right now, if we have the money to do it, I would like to get to the point that we can do it. Like I said, I already told you the routine, if you remember, honey, for how we're gonna go up through San Marcos. The minute we get everything together and rolling, and we're in person together, we're gonna start business as soon as you're ready. Okay, and I mean, we're gonna take a break first and go on a vacation and have our pre-honeymoon, which will be amazing, and then the honeymoon will be even more extravagant and beautiful. And we're gonna get married, so we're gonna have a very extravagant wedding. But my point is, all I do is designed at the highest level. I'll never work for a company again. I'm the CEO of a record label. I'm the CEO with this media company. I keep all my company's ideas because I'm smart. I'm a cowboy. I do what I want. You people better start catching up because I'm the trendsetter. See, these folks know I'm the pioneer. I'm the one who broke the algorithm on this network on YouTube. We're going to be making money doing whatever we want. We're going to make money when we eat. We're not even going to think about it. See, you never think about it because that's stressful. You remove the stress, you don't think about it, and you just have fun and live life and allow me to handle all the money stuff because I do it in my sleep. It comes naturally. It's all law of attraction. I will get us to where you have private farms everywhere. You're going to have estates you can move around and do whatever you want. You're going to be like Frank Lucas, but legally. That's how we're going to be moving and living. And that's what I want. I want a quaint, quiet life where I look like I'm a very normal person. I don't want people thinking I'm Batman. I don't want none of that necessarily. I mean, I can't avoid the fame, but like I said, when I'm Batman, I'm probably going to be unideable. We're going to build new suits that are completely bulletproof and proof for pretty much everything. is the purpose, and we're going to work on building them and how we build them in different methods. And I'm going to try to even see if I can create what was it? I think it was titanium and aluminum alloy. I want to see if I can make it into a yarn fibrous, like a fibrous material, like a fiber, and then yarn it together to where it's completely metallic, to where when you get that and it's yarned together, that's the suit that I picture. That's the way Batman versus Superman looks. I think it's possible. I would like to see if you can do that with titanium and aluminum alloy. They're both extremely like very resistant components, materials, and if you could do that, I think it could work. We'll use 3D printers as well because it's going to be the future. You can use them, but a 3D printer, what I'm trying to create is almost on a different level. It's just going to be easier and a lot less time consuming to use 3D printers for stuff. But you can't do what I'm trying to do with a 3D printer. You got to figure out how to do it. So I wanted to build a suit out of that. That way it's metallic and it's woven, so there's no space between it. And if I could get somebody to like put it together where it's like there, and that way it's like connected to my, like molded. I got to figure it out. It's going to be a very crazy hard thing nobody's ever done. I think I can do it though. And either way, we're going to build these suits. I'll be unideable. I'll be covering my face. I'll probably have a mask that's bulletproof as well. And I'll be putting work in. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going out and doing very dominant things and taking over the streets. When I'm not, we're going to be, eating out at the nicest restaurants. Uh, Everything is about you. I want all my time to go to you, and I want to have fun and be happy. But like, I'm just a business machine, and I don't think people understand. Like, my mind is already 8 million steps ahead of all these humans. I'm just being real with you. Like real estate, I'll do that in my sleep, bro. And that's always been the goal is real estate. For me, it's never a goal or a vision. It's a vision. It is a vision. It's a vision. It starts as a vision, and then I visualize it into existence and I materialize it. That's what manifestation is. People are saying they manifest. Groovy Jimmy said he was manifesting. The only thing you're manifesting, sir, is a federal indictment and a prison sentence. For real. You can't even manifest yourself a hot dog. You're struggling, you're mooching, you don't own nothing. I mean, how dare you talk to me anyway? You're nowhere near my level. And I'm a grown man, bro. I'm an OG vet from the hood and the ghetto. Who is you? You're nobody. So that's what I'm saying. Like little homies like that who live near like Houston and Dallas, I don't care what they say, bro. That's like a dude in a shelter running his mouth. I don't care about them little homies. They're nobody. I just, I always stand on my respect. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always be respected. So I already let him know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like he terrified of me. All of them are, and that's it, man. I always try to maintain good relations. I went out of my way to be cool and nice to him. Cool. He want to be like that? No problem. Just do your own thing. You know what I mean? So we gonna keep it pushing. Like I said, I never needed you. You needed me, and I was trying to help you because you have no marketing and you're not making any dough, and I'm making all of it. But like I said, we already have this monopolized on here. I'm gonna continue to make all the money here. It just is what it is, man. Like I said, but yeah, out here, I want to try to buy this entire neighborhood, and I think that would be a lot of folks' worst nightmare because they've talked so much smack behind my back, and they really tried to talk down, and they was all jealous and saying crazy, weird, just weird things that don't even exist. And I G checked everyone for it, and they were doing it because they were jealous. So like, imagine when I have all this money again, and I come back and I say, okay, well now I'm going to buy everything here. Like I want to own all this land. I want to own all of this. I want to buy all the mansions out, everything like cash. That way I just own everything. And like I said, I mean, we'll do whatever the hell we want. You understand? And like I want to whatever I get into is going to be something I can make money off of. I don't want real estate that just sits. I want real estate that people are renting actively, that I can create into Airbnbs and put on Craigslist, and I constantly have residual income coming in. I want to buy out apartment complexes, hotels. We're going to build a real estate empire in my sleep, and we're going to start by running a food truck too. We're going to get a food truck going. We're going to make profit off that residual income. I know how to do it completely. If we have to hire employees to do it, that's fine. We'll build a restaurant out of that, and then we're going to do a full catering service, and we're going to turn it into a chain restaurant, and we can open the chain all over the country. Okay, I know the way to really do business. I think it just runs in my DNA. But Carly Fiorina sure didn't get those genes because look what she did to Hewlett Packard. For real, these folks is mad as hell because I'm going in. So like I said, it is what it is, man. We gonna keep on making our money. We gonna keep on making our dough, and they gonna keep on being jelly. is I already got more than enough. I already got more equity than anybody walking this planet ever. I made and spent more money than anyone who's ever walked the planet and your whole government combined. They try to delete bank records because they mad. I mean, it is what it is. All the money's already been spent. That's why I spent it. When you get money and you get targeted like me, you spend your money. You don't hold money for people to try to take it. No, these folks broke the law. They was trying to take everything, try to take half of what I own. I proved they're all liars and corrupt. I won. And nobody took nothing from me. That was the only goal. Nah, like when people try to challenge me financially, that's the worst thing you could do. Like even right now, if you think that I'm struggling, I mean, then you have the definition of struggle real misconstrued. See, that's the reality is that like, yeah, I have different struggles. I go through different things. My whole thing is I just eat a lot. I work out better than higher, than an Olympic athlete. I mean, I eat a ton, bro. People don't understand. Like people saw me like when I went on that church retreat thing. Everyone was like, "That dude eats like a machine." Even like Oklahoma City PD, they were sitting there. One of them looked at. He said, "That boy didn't even breathe. He just inhaled that whole thing." Like I eat. That's what folks don't get. I just eat the Batman. I mean, I'm Batman, bro. I burn calories fast. I gotta eat, bro. When I eat, bro. Like that's what I eat a lot. So like, yes, a lot of money gets spent on food. I gotta eat, man. Like I don't eat like normal folks. I'm burning way too many calories too, and haven't even been eating right or eating like that close to it. Imagine when I get money and I can eat whatever I want, and I'm gonna be eating a lot of fruit. I want to eat a lot of vegetables. I want to sit down and eat broccoli and cheese. I want to make sure I get like cauliflower in my system, like the right things, fried okra. I'm gonna be going to Luby's all the time. I don't know if furs got discontinued. I used to love furs. I'm gonna be eating a lot of strawberries, blueberries, apricots, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all folks don't even understand, bro. I'm gonna have fruit on hand all the time as Batman. I'm gonna be eating a lot of fruit. That's what bats like, fruit and bananas. I'm gonna be eating bananas too, but you don't overdo them. I'm gonna be eating a lot of fruit, bro. Peaches, plums, pears, all that stuff, bro. What dragon fruit, all that. But I want like the real thing too, like not just these drinks, but I'll get those too. We're gonna be traveling. We ain't staying sedentary. I'm telling you that right now, honey. We're gonna be traveling and moving around. Like I said, we can start with your vehicle. The other thing I was thinking already too is we can get an RV trailer, I think it's called or whatever. But I'm talking about the RVs that are decked out that you can live in, that have like a hot tub and they look like a whole suite. I want one of those. And we can get them, and they're not that expensive. They're probably like 40 to 60 grand. I know it sounds like a lot of money, but not when you're not with the kind of money you're going to have. Like I said, you have to understand. I know that these are not things that we're going to do right away, all the big things, but that's why I'm saying we start small with what we're doing with the Woffords, with the farm, and we start small. And we build up. We build the businesses, and we're going to make so much money, and then as all the money comes in over time, because that's how it works, you're going to accumulate, you're going to have more and more and more. Okay. And you are going to be able to buy stuff like that at the blink of an eye without even thinking about it. And that's what we should do. I think we should get one of them big, like what the movie stars, they don't even have them as nice as that. I'm talking about the ones you drive that have like it's like a whole house. I want that where we got the hot tub. That way me and you can, have our own time together and we don't got to worry about nothing or nobody. And like, I'll pimp that whole thing out. It's comfort. I've seen them, man. They're comfortable. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get one for, I mean, minimum, maximum, I say, what, 100 grand at most, if even. I doubt it. I'm sure they're like 60K, 50K, something like that. I mean, there's tanks they selling almost for like 60 grand. They selling Maseratis up in McAllen for 50, 60 grand. Straight up. You know what I mean? Like that's what folks don't get. I could have bought a Maserati in the past. I didn't want it. Thought it was a waste of money. I got in and I said, this is a joke. I'm not doing this. That's why I got the Porsche. I spent 25 racks on that, I believe, or more, something like that. So I mean, I don't know what people talking about, bro. Like I make solid decisions. What I'm doing makes sense. Feel me? I'm the trendsetter, man. People got to catch up, bro. But that's what I want to do. We're gonna do real estate. We're gonna have every business you can imagine running, and I'm gonna get it Brandon too, because I know Brandon because I worked for him. I did security for him. Brandon he's all I'm gonna say is he deals with transportation, right? So I'm gonna get at him and talk to him and see what's going on. Like he's another jealous narc, but I'm gonna figure out how he did it. And I know it ain't hard, it's pretty easy. We could build a shuttle line, honey. We could get buses running too for transportation between these cities like San Marcos. That's what he does. And you can make some money. You know what I mean? You can end up running bars. You could become a bar owner because all it is like a certificate. You become a bar owner. You don't have to own the building. And then when we make all the millions and all of the money comes in, because that's the thing. I just know that like we're gonna have more than enough money, bro. It's gonna come. And when you got millions like that, you could just literally walk up and say, "How much is the building?" They're gonna look at you like, why are you asking me that? Like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna say, I have the money to buy it. How much is your building? Like, I want to really know. Like, who do I got to talk to? And they're gonna say, they're gonna try to negotiate. They're gonna try to raise it. I'm a genius. I'm ahead of everyone. They're gonna try to raise the price and say, okay, the price of this building is realistically about 2 million, 2 million, right? They're gonna try to raise it and say we want 6 million because they're greedy and stingy and selfish and they think people are slow. And I'm gonna say, no, I'll do what it's worth. I'll do the 2 million minimum. That's it. That's all I'm doing. If you take it or leave it, and they're not going to have a choice. 9 times out of 10, they're going to cave in and say, even if they try to play hardball for a while and pretend, they're going to call me back and say, you know what? Yeah, we'll take it and we'll do it. And then I pay them their 2 million, whatever, and we own the whole building. And then you just get the license, open up your own bar, and boom, bada bing, you got your own bar running on 6th Street, Congress, whatever location you want. That's all you got to do. And you don't even got to buy the buildings. You know what I mean? That comes later. You can start by just being a bar owner. You say, hey, look, I want to own this business. How much to buy it? What do I got to do? And that's it. I'm going to talk to everybody about business. I want to learn the intricacies of business and trying to learn how to build a record label where the government cuts my checks for the tracks that I make. That's the main thing I got to work. I got to sit down. I got to read. I got to talk to people. I got to figure out how do you really get paid independently off your own music where you don't have to be in the demonic music industry and deal with none of them fools. And I can make money as a record label and get the government to cut my checks because that's the number. I got to read books. I got to really research that and figure out how to do it because I'm going to do that too on the side. We're going to be making money pretty much off everything that we do. You know, God told me I'm going to get paid to exist. Oh, and we're going to go park in front of like those fast food places like Burger King and Jack in the Box. And we're going to just sit there and eat inside our own like personal van with like pimped out pillows and all that and like comforters in there and little plushies and stuff and stuffed animals. And we'll just sit there and eat and make couples content eating and having mukbangs and stuff. And then we'll get paid for that as well. We're going to be doing a ton of couples content. We're gonna be having fun nonstop. All the business you can let me handle. Like I said, if you don't want to deal with running the businesses, like I said, you can leave it to me. I would love to do it. I have no issue doing it, and that's it. I mean, we can build our own restaurants, our own everything. As long as I'm around food all the time, that's really my only concern now. Like I want to eat, bro. I want to be around food, you know. And sometimes I won't. Even when I have it all, sometimes I won't be eating all the time. But I'm gonna eat. You know what I mean? I want to be around food. I want to be cooking. I want, you know, that's the best atmosphere you can be in, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and we're just gonna help people. You know, like I said, I really think that's a good name too. If we made something like "Make Your Dreams Come True Foundation," I don't know if that exists or not, but I just thought of it, and we could start that, and then that's what we do: travel around and build businesses for people and make their dreams come true. Money talks, everything else walks, man. You know, so it is what it is. Now that I understand business more and the business world and how the actual world works with business, it'll be a lot easier for me. You know, as far as running a bar, I know everything about it. I can do it in my sleep, and I need to be managing and owning and running a bar. And then I can kick out them little minions that I can't stand, like TJ, anytime I want, because you ain't even coming in my bar. How about that? You won't even be allowed in. You can't even get in the door. Yeah, yeah. And that's my whole thing. Like I said, these people are limiting their own movements. These people, they fear my knowledge, they fear my genius, they fear that I'm limitless. And then the funniest part is while we're doing all this fun stuff at night, I'm going to be literally the Cape Crusader, and I'm going to have a bulletproof mask and everything, and I'm going to be going out at night as Batman in the street facing criminals with my bare hands. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a lot different. It's going to be a whole different lifestyle. That's my dream anyway. I want to be Batman at night, and during the day I'll go out sometimes too. But like he said in the movie, he said in broad day. No, he said I'll take the Lamborghini. Like, oh, that's so. What did he say? Like that's so not obvious. A Lamborghini, like it's gonna be like that. But my whole point is we'll be moving at night probably a lot of the times. I'll be doing missions at night and what I need to do, and not all the time. I'll do during the day too. You know, day is better because I want to sleep and I want to be with my girlfriend, with Christina. So we'll figure it all out. But I'm just saying, like, that's my dream. Dress up in nice suits, white collar shirts, ties, like I was in Vegas, looking clean cut, nice, or like get a good, nice haircut, get all this going. I might even dye my hair a certain color. We'll figure it out. But my whole point is go eat, living great, living classy, doing my thing. And then, like I said, go do my thing as Batman. Feel me? And then come right back to you. So, and like I said, I'll have a GoPro on the front and back. You'll witness every mission. You'll have a live feed for you, and it'll be recording just for us. And then we can put out the footage that we choose, probably on a different channel, probably anonymously. As far as the Batman thing on here, of course, I'm going to continue to do it, but I'll be wearing a different suit. That way, I'm completely unideable, and nobody has no idea who I am or what I'm doing. And it'll be a great excuse because people are going to be like, they'll be trying to compare and they're going to say that's him, and I'm going to say I don't know what you're talking about. You can see my suit is this suit that I'm wearing here, and we'll be moving around a lot. We're going to be in different cities and states. I know exactly what I'm doing. I control the perception, so there's nothing anybody can do. I mean, like I said, you're dealing with a genius who already defeated the system and broke the system. I think too quickly for you to catch up, and it is what it is. These people that can't come close to me, they couldn't hold a candle to me if they tried. That's the truth. So I mean, like I said, you're going to continue to see my potential come to life. You're going to continue to see God deliver, his results, and he's going to give me what he promised, man. I just can see it. I mean, look what he just did for me. You know how grateful I am just that he gave me that 40 bucks. I'm so amazed. I'm in shock at God, man. God is really good, man. God is amazing, bro. Like he really, I was sitting here and these people were trying to do what to me and do that to me and wanted me to be going through something that I have no reason to be going through. And it's not like, it's not like I have tons of money and everything just right now, but he gave me enough to where he was like, nah, I'm not going to let you lose your business. That's like, I want to cry, bro. I'm so grateful to God, man. Just like I am to Christina for helping me that last month with it. Like I worked so hard with this business, man. It's unbelievable. And he helped me, man. Like he really showed up for me. He made it happen. And it's just crazy. Money will just appear. It's going to keep appearing. I know it. God told me, he said, I can send you money anytime. That's why when I ask, there's nothing wrong with me asking. You all don't want me to ask because you don't want people to donate. I mean, like I said, that's petty. To sit there and try to actually talk like that is just crazy weak. These people are weak, man. They got nothing for me, bro. You're not even a part of this. So like I said, yeah, I'm gonna always ask. I'm asking now. I need people to donate every day, bro. Like need. I got to get support for this. I still got to pay this phone bill if I can, so I can keep this business going the right way. I would like to do that. And that's the thing, like every donation helps me a little bit with that. Like that's the thing. Like now when I get my check, at least I already got an extra what, 20 bucks in the bank. You know what I mean? So that helps me majorly because that can go towards the phone bill if I decide to turn around and pay it. The thing is, I don't know if I can or I should because I really need to get ahead in the game, and that's what's holding me back. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that because I really need it. I really need a bike too, a bicycle. That's what I need to do. I need to get mobile again where I'm on the bike so I can go, patrol and do my thing and go all over down here. That's what I need. Like seriously, I need the bike, man. You know what I mean? But I don't even know about that right now either because of that dog. Them dogs is a problem. Um, but as long as the bike is fast enough and it doesn't mess up, there's some big dogs, bro. But um, I mean, it is what it is. I already dealt with it on foot and I won, so or I don't back down to nothing to nobody. So it is what it is. But we'll figure it out. But that's what I'd like to do, get it rolling. Then, like I said, and be able to use my phone holder I bought. That's like 25 bucks right there. All I've done is have business costs and expenditures running this business. People can tell themselves what they want. I put tons of money into being Batman. Like I said, I funded the whole project out of my own pocket and I've done the impossible. In the movie, he was working with all these agencies, departments, CIA, FBI, everyone. He had funding from people. He had millions of dollars. Me, I just did it all by myself. If you can't respect that, something wrong with you. And that's the deal is that with these people, something wrong with them. Let me see what my baby said, if she said anything. Probably busy. So, yeah, like I said, um, it is what it is. I mean, that's the layout. That's what we're going to do. Like I said, Christina and I really like the river walk. We might end up living out there. I don't know. I sure as hell won't be telling y'all. And if we do, I'm going to keep everything private. We ain't doing videos out there like that and putting them on this channel. No, we're not. If we live out there on the river walk, we're going to be very careful about how we move. I won't be telling y'all folks we're out there at all. Real talk. I'll do videos in San Antonio. I'll make everything look like we in some other part or something. I'm not giving nobody any inclination of where we staying at. Me and her, we might end up buying a private condo or a private suite right there. And wouldn't that be the life? That'd be awesome, man. It's a tourist spot. You can always talk to people. Hold up. These gnats. You can always talk to people about business. You'll have people coming in that want to do business. I mean, it'd just be the perfect place to meet for business. It'd be perfect for everything, you know. And then I can be Batman in San Antonio, which will be interesting because I mean, I've never really had many problems in San Antonio, man. To be honest, I mean, I don't even know what would be the point of doing it in San Antonio if you want me to be really realistic, but I could do it. I just go out at night by myself and do it, you know, and see what I come across, you know. But I really want to do it in the bigger cities like Boston, New York City, where there's a lot of action and a lot of bad stuff happening and going down. That's what it's all for. But like I said, God's going to show me the way, man. He's the one training me. The Batman thing was God's idea. He said so, and I give all credit and glory to God, man. I'm not in control. God is. So I understand that, and he taught me to be grateful. I'm just listening to God, man. So when these other folks talk and they have Satan and they sold the devil, I could care less what you talking about. Y'all don't even exist to me. So just keep it pushing, man. Like I said, I know who I am. I'm the son of God, so I just listen to, you know, I had two fathers, my dad and God. I listen to my other father. I listen to God. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I just listen and I follow the instructions that God gives me and I do what he tells me to do. He told me to pick up my cross, so I picked up my cross. That's how all this came to be. That's all. I picked up my cross. That's what he told me to do. Like said, pick up your cross and follow me. So I did. So y'all don't get my struggle and my sacrifice, my suffering, my pain. It's beautiful. It's what made me. I've enjoyed every little part of it. Like the lady said, I've really been a great spectator, really, of what the Holy Spirit does and can do on this planet. It's really something else. It's magnificent, man. God is really amazing, man. The Holy Spirit is a real thing. It's a extremely powerful force, and I think it's something that people don't even understand. Um, I think God is a force that people don't understand, and I think I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain, but I know it's something so powerful people can't even comprehend it. You know, and it's so funny because I don't know. God is just amazing, man. God truly is amazing, bro. But He's the architect of everything, man. Like I said, He wanted to use me to have God in human form, to have, you know, His Son here to use as a vessel to do God's will and God's work. So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm just doing what my dad tells me, what my father tells me. That's all I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. I'm not here to be judged. I'm not here for people to question me. There's nothing to question. It's proven right in front of your face. You know, people who are faking something, you can tell when they're faking. I clearly ain't faking. Look at what I've survived. Look what I've walked away from. Look at what happened to me and how I had that in a rebirth and still bounced back. Look at how unstoppable I am. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I have the whole business model. I have the whole everything. I already know what I'm doing, and I know God's going to open up so many doors and different opportunities. You know, it's going to be unbelievable. What I would like to avoid is getting involved with any of those pyramid schemes like Empower Network that I shut down. You know, unless I'm going to do the same thing and expose them publicly and shut them down because they're all the same, and I ain't trying to go through that again. I already know what they are, and they all sell you a dream, and it's all fake. And when you got money, you think, oh, it's a good idea. It's not. It's really not. You're going to sit there next to people who don't have an ounce of the money that we're going to have, and they're going to be jealous real quick. And, you know, they're going to sit there and they'll really get petty with you. See, that's the thing these folks don't get. Even when you got millions of dollars, you still got to sit down with super petty, broke people. When I was trying to sell jewelry at that time, I was wearing rings cost 5K a piece, 5 grand. I had to lower my jewelry value market to that stuff y'all say is fake, but it's not. Nothing is fake in jewelry. It's jewelry, right? So I had to lower my market base because people never had any money and they couldn't afford it. Y'all can't even afford this 530 on my wrist. Y'all still don't have a watch and no jewelry. Don't none of y'all have no real jewelry. All my jewelry is real. Any kind of jewelry is real. What do you mean? The stuff they making nowadays, none of it's real. You can go into any jewelry store right now. Everything in there fake. Everything is moissanite. Anything moissanite is fake. All that stuff fake. I don't care if you put a diamond tester and it passes. That don't mean it's real. That's what they did. They designed fake diamonds that pass a diamond tester. And y'all still making videos with diamond testers? How that makes sense? The rappers, they wear stuff with micro diamonds. That ain't no diamond. That's a joke. A micro diamond is worth a hundredth of a cent. Your rappers are poor. All them chains don't cost nothing. That Jack Doherty thing, that's probably a felony what he committed. He probably set that up on his own. It's probably an inside job. That's why that stuff with little baby, nothing happened and all that's fake and a joke. It just is what it is, man. If that was real, bro, you go to prison for that. You go to prison and you serve years. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that, bro. But like I said, with me as the Batman, like I said, I already told you is what it is in the streets, man. It is what it is. I mean, Batman ain't playing, bro. When I get out in these streets, I'm going hard, and like I said, I'm gonna be unideable. It's gonna be a force that nobody can deal with, and that's it. That's what y'all don't get. Like, I can't wait personally. I live for moments like that. Like, I can't wait to have these criminals shook, scared, crying, like terrified. That's what I live for. I ain't really worried about money that much. I get my enjoyment out of that, and with being with Christina. Christina makes me happy. You know what I mean? But in the streets and all that, that's what make me happy. Seeing y'all fools scared as hell. Real talk. I can't wait. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like y'all gotta understand, bro. I'm gonna have like a gargoyle mask, and I'm talking. Look at the strength I possess and what I'm doing. I'm gonna be. You know the lifts I'm doing. I'm gonna be climbing buildings, scaffolding, and I'm gonna be like the ledges and stuff, and the awnings and all that are built like in New York. I'm gonna be able to pick myself up like that on those, and it's gonna be on camera film. That's what y'all don't get. I'm gonna build tools that have cameras attached to them, and I can throw it, and it attaches, and then it has the camera. So I have the camera angle. I shift it so it's recording me. Turn on the camera, do what I'm doing, get the video, right, and then I'm gonna retract it. It's gonna come back to me. Like I'm a genius. Y'all don't get it. And then I'm gonna have the video and post that on an anonymous channel. I'm gonna have some new channel I think that's gonna show all this stuff. I might just do it all head up. On this channel as me. I don't know. That's in God's hands. I got to see what He wants me to do. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what all is going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm looking to really get active and get busy. So it is what it is. But He gonna steer me in the right direction. But that's the whole thing. I live for the funk, man. We ain't the same, bro. I'm not out here talking. You know what I mean? And people found out. People know all over. So people already know what it is. People know how I'm coming and how I'm moving. And I'm an unstoppable force, man. Don't get in my way, man. I'm moving through anything in my path. I don't care what it is or who it is. Feel me straight up. I'm gonna win. So, like I said, I'm the mob. My name is Tyree Sneed, and we run everything, man. We run everything coast to coast. We run everything out here already. I already changed things. So, like I said, people can tell themselves what they want. Care less. Talk is cheap, man. People run their mouth every day. They don't know who they talking to. You understand? My family did too much. We built this state. We built this country. I did too much. I'm not about to let nobody talk to me funny style. People need to know what it is. I'm a good, chill dude with everybody. I'm nice because that's what gangsters are. You understand? But you never test us. You understand? And you always speak to us with the utmost respect. Remember that. Okay, little Bodie, little homies. Other than that, we're gonna be in New Orleans too. I'm gonna take that over. I'm gonna be in the what do they call it? The concrete jungle. I think Marrero, the brick jungle, and then different little sets and projects. I'm gonna go straight out there as Batman, and I bet you everyone gonna gravitate me. They're gonna gravitate to me. I'm gonna be going out in the hoods and the ghettos. Like I said, Christina will be at the hotel. She's gonna be good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure she's good, taken care of. She can watch me on the camera, deal with all the hood ghetto people. I'm gonna go out there and just talk to people and meet people and help people and do good deeds every day for people too. And whatever action I come across, ain't no problem with me. That's what I love. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be in all the hoods and ghettos moving around. It's gonna gain a lot of respect, man. You know what I mean? Like we gonna get the whole streets on our side. That's what people don't get. So I really give credit to Christina, and y'all need to really give credit to Christina because, she knows my background. She knows that I'm educated. She knows like I'm a yuppie snob white guy, but I'm also, I have a pretty rough background. And, I did live in the hoods and the ghettos, the real ones. And I came from nothing. And, I got a little bit of hood in me. You know what I mean? You can't take it out of me. And that's what I need. And you got to give credit to Christina because she's really who's making it all possible for both worlds to collide and come together. Um, and like I said, she'll become more acclimated as we go. You know what I mean? She's got to heal. I'm gonna take care of her. She's gonna heal through me. We need each other to heal. And that's the thing. True love. Like I was told in the readings that the minute we kiss, we're both gonna heal. Like literally, like just like the fairy tales. Like I believe it. I think that's the truth. It's just true love. But that's the whole thing. I don't come from the best background. I didn't come from money. I came from nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason I talk how I do. Like I really come from what I'm claiming and who I am. So I'm just me. You know, like I said, you hear I talk super educated, but I kind of mix like hoodie bonics in it too, because that's just the environment I come from. That's who I've become. That's who I am. I'm proud of the man I've become. I would never change it for nothing. You know what I mean? It's how I had to be. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have the luxury to sit here and pretend like y'all want to hide behind screens and computers. I never had that choice. Never wanted it. That was the whole thing. People was telling me that in Austin, and then I ran them down the block and screamed on them, talking about you need a place you can hide if you're going to talk crazy on the internet. For what? Hide from who? I didn't hide from you. Ran him down the block. You know what I mean? Screamed on it. He was the one who started it. Like it is what it is. That was the one they sent that was listening to Zachary K. Hubbard and all that nonsense, man. These people have looked for every angle to try to silence me, stop me. They ain't stopping nothing, Wody. We out here winning, bro. We gonna keep winning, and that's it. That's all I really gotta say, man. But like I said, thank Christina. Yeah, I need to really give respect to my girlfriend. She's amazing. She's been through hell. The strongest person I've ever seen. She might be stronger than me. She's just amazing, and I just give her all the credit. She's best person I've ever met in my eyes. So I truly love you, honey, and I want you to hear that and know that. And it's all about you, But that's the whole thing, She'll be good in the hotel, lamped up, comfortable, chilling, eating good Chinese food, whatever she want, whole buffets. I'll give her everything she needs. I'll take care of her every need. She gonna be happy. But yeah, I'm gonna be spending some time in these hoods and ghettos, and I'll do that part out there on my own until she feels comfortable. If she ever does, But I think it'll all grow on her. I think she'll understand people are people. It's a culture thing. You got to get used to it. You got to get used to people. I mean, we're gonna meet all sorts of people, but I'm never gonna have her in nothing but the rich, good areas, and that's what I want, and that's what we deserve. But I'm just saying, for me, yeah, I got to go in the ghetto in the hood because that's where I'm gonna get everybody on my side, and then guess what? I'm gonna have a whole bunch of soldiers ready to ride for me from all these hoods and ghettos, and trust me, they will ride for me. I mean, I'm talking. I'm gonna have armies behind me. That's what y'all don't get. That was my whole thing when I had all the money before. I was like, y'all can't stop me. I'm the president of the streets. I'm gonna have soldiers. Now I'm gonna be Batman and have soldiers. Boy, stop it. Y'all talk about goons. I don't need goons. I'm talking about whole soldiers. You understand? I'm talking about like y'all just don't get it, man. You don't get everybody on my side, man, who's real, and that's the thing. Like you think that, but then you go out there and you realize, man, a lot of these people know good, but there's a couple of good ones, and those are the ones that they gonna ride with me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what y'all don't get. It is what it is. When Batman go out in these streets, I might have help sometime. I might have people with me. That's the other thing y'all don't get. And they not gonna be superheroes. They just be themselves. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. Like I don't know what else to tell you, bro. This is a movement, man. This is about taking back our country. It's about dominance. It's about not asking for nothing. I ain't never asked nobody for nothing. I did this on my own, did I not? Y'all tried to stop me, right? Y'all tried to stop me with everything you could, every single angle, everything you could think of, but you couldn't, right? You lost, right? You see, I look like Batman, right? Because I am, right? You don't understand. In the cartoon, The Dark Knight Returns, Batman depicted he's stopping crime when he's like 60s, 70s. Obviously, that's my future. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. And for me to make it this far, I'm like, thank you, God. That's a miracle because I shouldn't be here. So I'm grateful for everything. That's all I can say. I'm grateful for everything, man. I'm grateful for every moment, man. You know what I mean? Thank you, God, for blessing me, man. I can't believe it, bro. Like God is really real, bro. Like that's the one thing I'm convinced of. I would never doubt God. ever. God is real, man. God just moved for me, man. He put $40 in my pocket. Well, some of it in the bank, some in my pocket. He did that for me out of nowhere, bro. It was crazy, man. He didn't have to do that. He did that for me, and I needed that. You know what I mean? So I believe that God is going to get people on my side. I need a wave of support, man. I need everybody to donate. And, just like they trying to make us mad all the time, make them mad. Make these haters and these envious, wicked people mad. The way you make them mad is by donating me and supporting me financially. Every time y'all donate, they losing it, man. They can't stand seeing me do well and get money because they know the more bread I get, the happier I am, the more resources I can get. Money don't make me happy. I don't make no, it don't bring happiness. It don't make anyone happy, but with me it kind of does because I'm happy already, and then money gives me the money I need to buy what I need, and then that makes me happy because I get to have fun and run my business. I want to be able to go out and eat. I need money, you know what I mean? I'm happy regardless, but I want to be happier with more money. You feel me? So like I said, the more money you give me, the more I can do. Right now I need a new bike. Maybe then I could buy some inner tubes too for this other one and get my homeboy to work on it and put them in there. That's all I need. New inner tubes. He'll pump them up. He'll get it rolling, and we can get this bike rolling, and I can get me a new bike on top of it. That's what I need. I need money for all that. I need money for the phone bill. My phone bill's like $55 every month. I'm just telling y'all the truth right now. You know what I mean? I need help every day just so I can get by, get what I need, do what I need to do. Like what I'm asking on here has always been genuine, but my thing is I'm just not going to let anybody try to twist the testament or tell me reality ain't reality or that I'm doing things I'm not. I never asked nobody for nothing. Just me using words saying, "Hey, can you please help?" That's not asking for nothing. That's listen. We've made it this far on our own. We need crowdfunding. Y'all need to do your responsibility, your part, and your job. It is your job. And that's the thing. They think that I won't get donations if I say the truth. Really? Then how come I keep getting them? What? That's just like when your boy Tommy said, "Oh, no one will watch you if you say this." I took it as a challenge. Everybody watched me. I've been super famous forever, man. The one who really has the attention all the time without asking is me, bro. I'm the force, man, and I'm Spanish, bro. Remember that I'm Spanish. I'm a Spanish, you know what? So people got me twisted, bro. I'm like True Life, man. You know what I mean? That's why I talk like him. Y'all know True Life from New York? I'm like him, and you see, we always the type that get busy. Like, he talked a lot, but I really get busy. I really get down. I'm built a whole lot bigger than him. I'm a lot stronger than him. He's like a toothpick compared to me. Real talk. But I'm just saying, like, that's the point. Like, I'm Batman, bro. I'm ripped as hell. I have to eat, man. I got to eat a ton of calories. I got to eat a lot. I need all the y'all's help. Like, help your Batman get huge, man. Don't you want to see this all happen? That's what I don't get. Like, you don't want to provide me with a bike? I should have an electric bike already, an electric scooter. I don't care what it is as long as it moves fast as hell. I can't do these little electric bikes that go 20 miles per hour, son. I got to have something that's moving faster than that. That's what y'all don't get. Whatever I get, got to move. I'm trying to get where I'm going fast. The bat pod wasn't slow. It was fast. It wasn't no 20 miles per hour, bro. That thing was moving fast as hell. I need something whizzing. I need people who can build them bikes with the engines, gas engine, electric engine, whatever. As long as it run and it's okay health wise, I'm cool with it. But it needs to move. So y'all need to holler at me. That's what I really need, bro. God, please help me. Give someone to just gift me like an electric scooter that really is fast and really moves. That's what I really need, bro. Real talk. Like, don't worry about all the other stuff. Let me handle that. Just give it to me. That's all I need, bro. I need someone to gift me. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. And it just be crazy, man. I just don't understand it, bro. You know what I mean? I had a dude tell me that, said, I had a scooter. I sold it or I gave it away. I thought about giving it to you. What? Why would you do that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and they fans. Like, you know how long I've been asking for that? Like, do you know how much that would have helped my business and changed my business? That would have changed there. You know how much money I would have made just having that? Like, that's crazy. Like, oh yeah, I messed you over and I didn't help you, but I'm gonna tell you right in what? That's the valley for you. That's why people don't understand. Like, nah, y'all don't make no sense. Y'all want me to sit here and lie to you, bro? Like, y'all weird down here, bro. Y'all weird everywhere. Like I said, I want to take this to Boston, bro. I don't know. Boston's calling my name. New York. I want to be in New York, Harlem, Brooklyn. I'm gonna go through all the boroughs and the hoods, man. I'm gonna go kick it with the real ones and talk to them about everything. Real talk. I don't get. I'll be out there drinking 40s, smoking Black and Milds. I'm real. I don't care. I'm not you. Every once and then, I don't know about a Black and Mild, but every once and then, maybe. a cigar, I don't know, something, or at least have me a drink, talking with friends. You know what I mean? Something, but that's what I come from. I can't really do it anymore physically because of what happened when y'all called Seton Hospital. But my whole point is, I want to get back where I'm able to do that. I would like to get where I'm able to have alcohol and drink sometimes. Like real talk, bro. I'd like to have me a drink. Actually, I would love to have a margarita. I haven't had a drink in years. I mean, I don't really want to get back into smoking at all because I completely quit and I think it's helped me a ton. I just want to eat healthy and, do healthy things. You know what I mean? But like, I'm just saying, either way, I'd at least be out there with them and kick it with them and talk to them and chill. I've always been like that. I go everywhere, man. But that's the whole thing. The difference is I'll have the bat suit on now, and it'll be bulletproof. hmm As much as I can make it, hopefully all the way. Hopefully complete protection and coverage in it. But like I said, honey, I love you. Like I said, I know what I'm doing. Just trust me, trust in God, and it's all gonna happen. I just can't wait to go up to San Marcos with her and check out the outlet. She's excited about that. I think she wants to go down here probably to Main Event and these different little restaurants and like. I don't trust none of these folks, so I don't even know about that. That's why I be telling y'all I'm gonna do things and I change it. I don't trust none of y'all. I don't trust none of them because all these people be talking, making phone calls. They all malicious and weird. I don't trust none of you folks, but we'll go somewhere together. Hold on. We're gonna be going everywhere together. We're gonna spend every day together, and we're gonna be happy. And we're definitely gonna go to the island. And like I said, they got expensive hotels. They got cheap hotels that are still beautiful and nice. Nobody's gonna know how much money we have, where we're at. Keep your location on your phone off at all times. Not an option always, right? And my whole deal is, man, like when you go to the island, right? I don't want to pay them folks, even when we have tons of money. I mean, we could do it for fun every night, like once. I don't want to. I don't even want Christina having to pay them folks for nothing. Like if you want a jet ski, honey, buy a jet ski. We could buy a jet ski. We could have it right here. We'll find, or I'll put it in a storage. We'll find somewhere to put it. You know what I mean? I don't. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, maybe one time, okay, but I don't want us to ever be giving money to these people when they didn't give me a dime. To their businesses, I'm not gonna fund their businesses. I'm not doing it. You feel me? Like, you want a jet ski? We'll buy some jet skis. Real talk. We'll have money. We can purchase a storage unit somewhere. You know what I mean? I already got one. I mean, you know what I mean? Like we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like I don't ever want to, I want to help people who deserve to get help. But these other folks who ain't no good, I'm trying to help all them people on the island who make all their money off illegal activity and drug trafficking. You think I'm trying to help them? Hell no, bro. So that's the difference. I'm a real American. I don't go with y'all little nonsense. I tell y'all, nah, you get nothing. Why would I respect what y'all weak? All you joke. Be mean. Help you? For what? You know what I mean? And then people be really running their mouth like it ain't about anything. Really? Then how come I run everything? Huh? How come I already backed all y'all down? How come all y'all terrified of me? How come I'm really who get busy? How come I'm the goon and the gangster? Right. What you mean? What? See, they used to people operating like humans. Not this one. This one operate better than a machine. I'm supposed to take on AI and win, which I could picture happening. So it is what it is, man. I'm strong as hell, man. They've been done, warned y'all and told all y'all. But like I said, yeah, at the island, I ain't trying to give them my money. First thing I'm doing when we go to the island is I need Christina to get me a laptop if you can. I need like an Alienware, like or like a MacBook Pro or Air or something like that. I need some good laptop. The minute I get on that laptop, I'm gonna get so much done so quick. So much. I want to get on there. I want to find condos out there. I want to see the prices of the condos. You know what I'm saying? When we got enough money together, as soon as you get everything coming in, hold up, something fell on me. And there's spiders up here and stuff. Once you get enough money, honey, together, once we have enough bread that we can do it comfortably. Oh, there it goes. That was my sternum. Probably needed that. Once you get enough bread together where we can do it comfortably, we'll purchase a condo out there on the island and we can put it on Airbnb. Residual income right there. You're already building a real estate empire. See my point? That's what I want to do. We go to the island, anywhere we go, like I'm just saying, instead of just spending money like most tourists do, well, we will do that to an extent, but why not perfect a hustle where you still have fun and more fun than them, and you build a business every time you do something. So when you go to Italy and Greece, instead of saying I'm going to pay you to ride your trolley or something, why don't we build our own line of trolleys? You get what I'm saying? I just don't believe in giving money to other people's businesses and building up somebody else's idea and concept when you can build your own. And we can do anything we want to do, and we're going to have enough money to build anything we want to build. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, instead of paying people on the island, oh, I want to ride a jet ski for a minute in this little enclosed area that's corny as hell. Why don't we go buy you a jet ski? That's what I want to do. And we'll put it in storage, or we'll put it here, we'll put it somewhere. And that way you have what you need. See what I'm saying? That way, anytime you want a jet ski, oh, you want a jet ski? Cool. Let's load it up, right? Load it up on. We'll have vehicles, whatever, right? And we go take it out, and we go do it ourselves. See what I'm saying? That's the way you want to move. You don't want to pay other people for little nonsense to do for 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do it once in a while, but why give money to these people, man? These are the people who held us back forever. That's my whole point. You feel me? Instead of eating at their restaurants, let's open up our own and make better food than them. Yeah, something's on my back. What the hell? So, that's what I want to do. Feel me? So that's what I'm gonna focus on doing. Oh, I think I just knocked it off. Possibly. Dude, that is creepy, man. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Mosquitoes and everything out here. Honey, I love you more than anything. Hopefully I'll be all right. I hope you are okay. Please let me know what's going on. Give me an update, all right? You're my everything and I love you. All right. Mwah.